Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on episode of Side Flick. My name's Chris. This will be one of the episodes of Side Flick where you don't get to see my face, and that's because it's my birthday weekend, y'all.
I missed the part
where I asked.
But because it is my birthday weekend, I decided to go take a little trip to Disneyland since I had never gone in my life, and you guys watching these videos has made that a reality for me now. Having a really great time, tried some blue milk, really wasn't what I was expecting, even got to see Buzz Lightyear. This was me having fun, then this is me when I remembered all y'all say I look like Buzz Lightyear. But because I can't stand the idea of going too long without posting a video, I decided to make a nice little side flick for you to talk about all the latest movie news that has been going on. Some of the things we're going to be discussing here today is this live-action Goosebumps series that has now been officially confirmed to be going on Disney+. We're going to be talking about this casting for the Sony Madam Webb movie, some new footage for Sonic the Hedgehog 2, even the wild news that it looks like Michael Keaton Batman will be showing up in Aquaman 2. So aside from you guys wishing me happy birthday in the comments, because I will be posting this on my actual birthday, I would just love it more if you hit that subscribe button or that like button. If not, then just tell me what you think of the movie news we discuss here today. But jumping into our first movie news story here today, it looks like the sequel to The Meg is officially happening right now. Some of you guys might have remembered the Meg movie that starred Jason Statham, where it was him up against a megalodon. Pretty cheesy, but kind of fun if you're someone who's into those shark movies. And well, we had heard that a sequel had been in the works for the longest because it is based off a book series that has tons of sequels, and now we're getting reports from Variety that they've started filming the sequel titled Meg: The Trenches. Jason Statham is going to be returning to the role to go ahead and fight another shark, I'm assuming. If we want to go based off the story from the sequel book that this franchise is based on, it would be a shark meeting another prehistoric aquatic creature that we didn't know existed. But with this being a sequel, they could change it up any way they want. As far as my thoughts on this is like, look, I like that first Meg movie as a cheesy, fun little film. I thought it came off more as an action film. I guess that's because it starred Jason Statham. For this second movie, I would hope they lean a little bit more into the horror side of things. That's when a shark movie can really catch my attention, when I'm fearful to even step foot in water. How are you guys feeling about Meg 2 starting filming, and are you interested in a sequel? The next story we have here today is something you guys were tagging me endlessly on, and is one of the reasons I was like, the people need a video, is we have here the official confirmation of the new live-action Goosebumps television series we are set to get on Disney+. Now right away, that should get you all sorts of hyped, especially since the official Disney+ Twitter account went ahead and confirmed that it will be happening. I grew up watching those Goosebumps episodes, and as a horror fan, that was kind of my gateway into that. There's still Goosebump episodes I think about today that leave me haunted and traumatized. And yet, even with that said, once I read the plot for this new Goosebumps series, I kinda lost all hope for it. You would think the thing that they could do with this series is just, again, modernize a lot of the stories that they have told in that old series with some updated visual effects, that Disney Plus money behind it, but the new series will not be an anthology series. The official plot we have right now for this Goosebumps series that is coming to Disney Plus goes as, following a group of 5 high schoolers who unleash supernatural forces upon their town and must all work together thanks to and in spite of their friendships, rivalries, and pasts with each other in order to save it, learning much about their own parents' teenage secrets in the process. Boy, if that isn't 1 or 2 plot points away from sounding like Riverdale, Disney Plus, what is you doing with my Goosebumps series? It sounds like they're kind of taking a page out of what they've done with the live action movies with Jack Black, that sure, I'm guess can be fun to some people, but really that was a disappointment to me. Just have all the Goosebumps stories unleashed into one movie. I just don't feel it works the same way, and it looks like that's what's going to be happening here. A bunch of those Goosebumps stories tossed into one. So I'm skeptical, but maybe they can turn this around. At the end of the day, it's for the new generation of kids to enjoy. But how are you guys feeling with this new Goosebumps series headed to Disney Plus? Next thing I want to discuss here today is we have a brand new TV spot for Sonic the Hedgehog 2 that does contain snippets of new footage for Knuckles. Hopefully I can play the entire TV spot for you, but in case it gets copy striked, I'll just play you some of the bits of new footage.
Quick stretch, little snack.
On April 8th,
Time to go for a ride.
the wheel competition begins.
Sonic, meet Knuckles. This is what we're gonna do. Step 1, light taunting. Step 2, I have no idea. I just got goosebumps.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Now, I know it's not a lot, but I'm still endlessly hyped for this Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and the other reason I wanted to bring this up is not only to see some of the awesome looks of Knuckles in there, but because I strongly believe this is most likely the Super Bowl trailer we were set to get coming up this weekend. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is set to be one of those movies that is getting a Super Bowl trailer coming out this weekend, and I was really excited to see what they would be pulling off to show to the general public. I just didn't think they'd show it a week in advance. That's the thing that kind of sucks lately. The Super Bowl for me has just always been about the commercials and the trailers, and I do plan to make my own separate video later in the week predicting all the other trailers we're set to get, but it kind of ruins the fun of that weekend when a lot of these trailers just get released days beforehand. Still, let me know what you guys think of some of this newer footage for Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and be on the lookout for that Super Bowl trailer video. One thing here that also caught my attention that I definitely wanted to talk about in the movie space is we have incoming reports that The Batman, starring Robert Pattinson, is set to be one of the biggest Batman movies ever in terms of box office. The early reports that are tracking the box office numbers for when The Batman releases coming March 4th, in less than a month away, early signs are pointing that Matt Reeves' The Batman could actually be the biggest opening for any Batman movie ever. That includes The Dark Knight, Batman vs Superman. It would have to make over $166 million, which is what Batman vs Superman made, and with the amount of hype and buzz online, these early tracking websites are saying it has the potential to beat it, and I gotta say, I am honestly very surprised. I know that might sound kind of weird coming from somebody who's like super hyped for this Batman movie, and I did put it as my most anticipated for 2022, but I also was trying to be realistic that this is like the fourth newest Batman that we've gotten in the span of 10 years. It's also one that the general public is not all the way on board on, with Robert Pattinson, people still thinking he's just related to Twilight, and even other people outside of my movie space that I've talked to, friends and family, they all say it just looks too much like the Christopher Nolan version, that there's nothing really new for them. So as amazing as this Batman movie looked to me, and I knew it was going to be something spectacular, I didn't think the general public was going to be showing up the way they are, but honestly, I am so happy that they are. Because those trailers for the Batman are fantastic, and I have to say that's probably one of the reasons why it's tracking so big, but because there are just a large group of naysayers saying that this movie is going to suck or flop, and I'm just glad to be able to shove it in their face and go, ha ha ha, just because he was once Twilight Boy, don't mean he can be my Dark Knight that rises. How are you guys feeling with the possibility that Robert Pattinson's Batman actually has the ability to be the biggest opening for a Batman movie? One thing that happened earlier in the week that I definitely wanted to talk about here is we have some casting details for the Sony spin-off Spider-Verse movie, Madam Web. This is one of the movies that has been announced a long time ago, and honestly, I thought it was one of those movies that they would announce and then just never get around to making. But it looks like it's actually going to be happening, because Deadline is reporting that Dakota Johnson is set to play the character of Madam Web, and there's already a lot of confusing things about this. One, if you're familiar with the character of Madam Web, you would know she's like a really old lady. Some fans saw how young Dakota Johnson was and was like, oh, maybe she's the second Madam Web, because there is a younger version of that character, but according to this article, Sony is looking to do something very different with the character. The article here states, in the comics, Madam Web is depicted as an elderly woman with myasthenia gravis and thus was concerned to a life support system that looked like a spiderweb. Due to her age and medical conditions, Madam Web never actively fought any villains. For this reason, sources have stressed it's possible the project could turn into something else. Insiders say due to her psychic sensory powers, she is essentially Sony's version of Doctor Strange. Really, it feels like Marvel just saw a character related to Spider-Man, thought, yeah, we probably can't make a movie based on her comic powers, but if we change them up, we basically can do it. Which begs the question, why even do this if you're not really basing it off the character or staying faithful to the source material that has made her semi-popular? The only thing that really interested me about this Madam Web movie is just the possibilities and the connections to the Spider-Verse, because in other media that she's shown up in, most notably Shattered Dimensions, where I knew her from the most, she literally helps Spider-Man contact other versions of himself from the future or different realities, and I thought that was the direction they were going in, but it looks like it might not even be that. So really, I'm gonna need more plot details before it continues on, but as far as Dakota Johnson being cast as the character, she's a good actress to me, so I'm sure acting won't be a problem. It'll just be, what is this movie actually about and how does it fit into Tom Holland's Spider-Man world? How are you guys feeling about this Madam Web movie and Sony just wanting to basically change the character into something else? Moving on here to something that I bet will be just as confusing to DC fans, we are getting early reports and signs that Aquaman 2, titled Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, is said to have a cameo or appearance for Michael Keaton's Batman. All of this started happening when fans noticed that the IMDb page of the cast and crew for Aquaman 2 listed one person to be the production assistant to Michael Keaton, and this person was also the same production assistant to Michael Keaton that worked on the Flash movie, a movie we know he's confirmed to be part of. This basically lets you know Warner Brothers has planned some sort of cameo or appearance for Michael Keaton's Batman in Aquaman 2, and really, I have no idea how that's gonna work. This makes me think about those early reports we heard about Michael Keaton's Batman, that he was gonna be used as sort of the Nick Fury for the DC universe. Since we've heard that Ben Affleck's Batman is stepping down and he no longer wants to play the role, Warner Bros. Is trying to get creative with Michael Keaton, and if he might not be in the suit fighting crime all the time, he might just be jumping into different movies, going ahead and connecting them all. If I had to guess at all what kind of role Michael Keaton will play, it'll just be to let the audience know, hey, this is the Batman now for Jason Momoa's Aquaman, and he might not even bat an eye and just act like it's all normal, possibly setting up to the next Justice League movie. So he could show up saying, there's a big threat, we need you to come together. Or like I said, it could just be so the general public knows that, hey, this guy's kind of the Batman for this connected universe, while Robert Pattinson is in his own universe. Honestly, that might be one of the reasons that Robert Pattinson's Batman movie is looking to open so big, is just because he's doing his own thing and he's not connected to any of this mess. Hopefully it turns out good. You guys know I've been very hyped for Michael Keaton returning as Batman, but whenever Warner Brothers just desperately tries to connect their universes, that's when it all falls apart. It's better when they focus on their own solo movies. But I'd love to know from you guys, what do you think about Michael Keaton's Batman possibly showing up in Aquaman 2, and what kind of role do you think he could play? But that is all the movie news we currently have going on right now, guys. I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this side flick. I honestly don't even know if the audio of this video is going to turn out good in this echoey hotel, but I really just wanted to get some sort of video out for you guys. It's been pretty slow the past couple of months of movie news, and I just appreciate every single one of you who still go ahead and click on videos. You guys are the best birthday present I could have ever had, so thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at 3C Films or on TikTok at 3C Films. But as always, I'm Chris. Take care.